Hello everybody and welcome to the Season 10 NRSL Universe Orlando Cup Series Chase LCQ here at Talladega. If you've seen the Xfinity race, anything's possible and a lot is up for grabs. Two last chase spots. Who gets in, we'll find out very shortly. On the unofficial poll is Cole Deaver. Next to him, Sam Odoskin. Third, Connor Meyer. Fourth, Clint Spillman. Fifth, James Quall. Sixth, Zachary Fitzwater. Seventh is Phil Parker. Eighth, Audrus Peranauskas. Ninth, Quentin Morkley. Top 10, Sky Commons, which got his record fourth win of the season. An NRSL record for the quickest for 4 wins. Here's Western starting line from 11th on back. And by the way, fun fact there, Sky Commons is actually the second ever driver in NRSL history to actually score 4 wins in 1 year. And he did it all in the regular season too, which is impressive to say the least. If he goes for 5, I will be shocked. In the meantime, final row, Trent Dunham and Allison Rain. So real quick, we're going to give you your chasers who made it in. This is by via the top 10 in points and the 2 wildcard spots. So top 10 that made it in, they include Scott Roush, Quentin Moore, Amanda Evans, Benjamin Miles, Phil Parker, Aaron Douglas, Brian James, Seth Cole, Ace Wild, Nikki Martinez. Sky Commons and Keith Batson made it in by the wild card, which crazy thing Sky Commons made in, who had 4 wins, but from where he was at in the standings, he was 13th in the points, and he was only a total of 11 short from surpassing, or at least tying, Nikki Martinez. Because if he gotten those 11 extra points, he would have knocked Martinez out of that final spot. So without further ado, let's get the command to fire the engines here at Talladega.
Drivers, start your engines! Is that okay?
Now that we've gotten that out of the way, and looks like an issue for possibly Benjamin Miles in the 62. Which is the case, so not really much of a worry to say the least. He's already in. 38 laps of action for today's race. Because I guarantee you, Oskin is, probably going to rely on Miles there to say the least. Ooh, by the way, he's on the outside pole. And actually just double checking. Yeah, there's just Miles that made it, and Oskin just missed out. Oops. Pace car makes a dive down the pit road, as too does Benjamin Miles. Cole Deaver, Sam Odoskin. They're going to lead this field down for these 38 laps. Should be intriguing to say the least. Here we go. Green flag is out the first time this season. We're at Talladega. It's the Chase LCQ. Let's roll. Now, it's simple how these rules work. If you're a non-chaser, you finish in the top 2, you're in. If the chasers finish within the top 12 and the first 2 non-chasers finish 13th and 14th, then those are the 2 to get in. So we'll see how this race will go. If you watch the Xfinity race, it took them nearly the whole race to get the first ever and only caution to ever happen during the race. We had like 3 or 4 incidents where there should have been a yellow, and no yellow came out. So we shall see what happens. But for many drivers that are also here, this may be their last chance and to ever get in, because they may not be back next season. We'll mention all that shortly. But leading the first lap is Cole Deaver. Quentin Moore, who's already in the chase, looking for the lead. Kyle Matthews right now within the top chase spot right now. And the next one would be Jesse Turner on that inside line. Some 4 wide in the rear. And they have settled it back out to 3, which is good. It's a little too early for the 4 wide shenanigans there. And that would not be good to see 4 wide already on lap 2 and just have a wreck. Miles is already back out on the course in the 62. And Allison Rain in the rear of the field. Kyle Matthews will be back in the 09 next season, because this is just part of the 50th anniversary of Kings Island would do. So following season he will be a part of the 09 car. In the meantime, Matthews will lead this lap right here. Now, late laps do not matter within this race. Oh man, Quentin Moore got into the wall a little bit there. It's just a matter of where you finish. You're top 2 and you're a non-chaser, you're in. So, a lot of eyes will be on this field as this race progresses. Looking through here, though, there's Yepes in the 59, going underneath Jack Halleck in the 97. Alex Ferranti got one last chance there in that 84 car to try to go for a championship. And the driver just missed out is James Ellison, the 03, finished 11th in the points, about 3 points short from Nicky Martinez. That poor run he had at Thornton, that was enough to knock him out. And I thought he was going to be okay, but I was deemed wrong. So now Ellison is going to have to do like what he did in Xfinity a couple years ago to just rely on the LCQ chase. And uh-oh. Finn guy forcing 4 wide in the front of the pack. And this is where every single driver here has to be extremely careful and extremely be smart here. One wrong move and half the pack is going to get wiped out. You see Ellison at 03 is trying to clear Jack Halleck in the 97. A little bit of contact there down the front straight. About 4 wide for the lead. Yikes. Finn guy will lead at the line. But this is the one driver I'm hoping does not get involved in a wreck because, you know, out of all the drivers who really is desperate trying to get into this chase, this would probably be at the top of the list there. Now for the chasers here, it don't really matter. Just whatever happens, happens. Oh, there goes Thomas and Dylan Pote, and there goes a wreck on the back straight. Caution will wave. Oh, wow, Bishop almost caused that part of the wreck right there. Jack Halleck in the 97, Joshua Osborne the 27. Cody Lamas, who's sliding all the way around the inside. Phil Parker's got damage. He's a chaser. Don't matter for him. Alex Ferranti, his last chance, and all that left side damage. Yikes. Benjamin Thomas is already in. Sky Commons already in. Don't matter for them. And looks like everybody else is okay there for the time being. So that is a good sign. This wreck could have been a lot worse. But caution is out for the first time today as we're on lap 6 of 38. Now hopefully all these guys, when they're on the back straight here, they can at least settle it out and get in line and figure out where they need to be. And then these guys over here, they need to pace it out, slow down, not try to wreck into the 14 of Alex Strayton. And that looks like that's the case, but a bit of a stack up in the rear. And the major casualty was Joshua Osborne there. Cody Lamas dodged a bullet right there. But Osborne looks like he may be done for the day. And his chance to go for the championship is all but over. Don't see any other damage on any other driver, to say the least, from the accident portion, not from the stack up. And these drivers are coming down pit road. A very smart idea. And some drivers are staying out. The ones that are Nicky Martinez, Allison Rain, Alex Drayton, Diego Yepes, Adam Garcia. I believe Jessica Shelton I just seen also had stayed out as well. Sky Commons with some damage at 17. Just want to get to these guys here who stayed out. Let's see. Scott Roush also stayed out. Connor Meyer. Yes, Shelton had stayed out. Sam Oskin also stayed out. And Adam Garcia. So top 9 have stayed out. Brian James leading off the battle off pit road. Caution's out for the first time today here at Talladega. Earlier than before than Xfinity won. Let's take a look at ourselves our first yellow flag here at Talladega. Now taking a look at what brought ourselves our first yellow flag here. It's actually going to start with Benjamin Thomas and Jack Halleck. Cars 15 and 97 respectively. And this was like a rather, like, not hard 4 wide, but, you know, just, there was no need. Thomas could have just went down low and could have dodged the bullet. Dylan Pote in the 31 spun out there in that Ellis Tractor Chevrolet. And, oh, man, that's Alex Drayton right there. He got very lucky from that one. And then that was Osborne you seen there that got into that portion of the wreck. There's Phil Parker, Keith Batson. Oh, JT Bryant got a piece right there. There's Cody Lamas. He got a hit right there, and then he got sent all the way inside line. Zach Flickinger had a small piece of that wreck, and then Sky Commons trying to avoid Jack Halleck. Oh, wow. Lifted the Old Spice Toyota there. And remember, too, we will be back here during the chase as a chase race here for the first time ever in NRSL history. Nice shot by Seth Cole, avoiding that wreck right there, even though he's already in. So Brett Pritchard, Joshua Osborne, they're the 2 major losers out of that one. And you can knock them out of competition for trying to go for that win. But that's what happened. Caution's out. Let's take you back to the green. Nicky Martinez out in front. Welcome back. You have not missed much. Nobody out of the race after the incident's taken play. Even from the stack-up. Car coming off pit road, I believe, or at least having an issue. That's Jack Halleck in the 97. His stage is going from bad to worse and continues to show in that Old Spice Toyota there. It's the car that Cody Smart originally had, and right now just having the issues. Not looking good. So speaking of Martinez and company, out in front is the Chaser. Allison Rain and Alex Drayton, they're the top 2 non-chasers in 2nd and 3rd respectively. Yep is in 4th, Roush 5th, Myers 6th, Oskin 7th, Garcia 8th, Shelton 9th, and Brian James completing the top 10. Just checking real quick with the 97, and I think the 97's coming down pit road, and that is the case. So issues for the Old Spice Toyota there. And engine damage. That explains a whole lot right there. So possibly will retire out of the race. And green flag back underway here at Talladega. We may have our first retiree in the name of Jack Halleck as we're back underway. Now, with those wrecks taking play, I think the one that, you know, the chasers that got involved in that one, they're all going to be having issues. But I think Brett Pritchard also may have some issues in that Bang Energy Toyota, and you're seeing it right there. There, that he's just trying to get around Phil Parker. Looks like Osborne in the 27 should be okay. Zach Flickinger, eyes will be on that Brandt Monster Chevrolet. Remember, that's the champion too, so he was relying on Thornton to make it in, and it didn't look good for him. But that 9 car definitely is not looking right there. Not good for the former champion. We may have a new defining crown champion there. Jack Halleck actually going to come back out on the course, so he will not be the first retiree of the race. Kind of split up on the pack, but now everyone's kind of back together. Just a little bit of gaps between Levi McIntyre and Brian James. And then an even bigger gap from where Joshua Osborne is in the 27th and 37th to Sky Commons in 38th and that Albertson's Mercedes. Brett Pritchard, though, in that 54 is trying his hardest to stay with the 17 and hope for the best. And Osborne, you can see the same thing for him, too, trying to get up to Benjamin Thomas in the 15. But you see, those guys are all single file trying to work together because they got kind of a little jumbled up in the pack. Cole Deaver, who started this race on the pole, all the way down to 36, but now starting to pick apart some drivers. So we keep an eye on him if he works his way up to the front. Another 4 wide. That's in turn 2. That's where Brian James is at. And Ace Wild. And 4 wide also in the very front. I don't know why they're 4 wide now, but that's a very bold attempt there. James Qualls, he was leaning on Connor Meyer in the Ghost Energy Toyota, and that could have been disastrous. Somehow they keep it together. Oh, Alex Strain tried to find the hole. Had to check up right there. Oh, my goodness me. You think after that 1-4 wide attempt they did, do you think they would stop it? No, they're going to go again this time. They're saying the heck with it. All behind James Ellis in the 0-3, and a couple cars bouncing off the wall on the outside. I think one of them was Trent Dunham in the 1. That's where a few cars kind of jetted out a little bit there. This is insane. Top 4 single file. Yeah, Brett Pritchard and company are losing the pack. And now they are 4x4, 3 rows deep. Now 2 rows deep, and some of this 4 wide still going. James Qualls finally out of it. Nope, back into the 4 wide he goes. This time he's going to fall in the high line there, and that's the last place you want to be in the 4 wide, is on that extreme high line. And you hope and pray they settle it out. They don't collect you, and now they're back to 3 wide racing. Incredible. Now back another 4 wide. That's where Keith Batson's at in the 39. Ace Wild, Trent Dunham, James Qualls, and others. But James Ellis and Jesse Turner, they're the top 2 non-chasers there. We're just keeping an eye on the 4 wide stuff, because last thing we want to miss is an accident. Top 4 literally non-chasers right now here at Talladega, let alone, I think the highest running quote-unquote chaser would probably be, oh, I have no idea. I think they're nowhere in the top 10 is what I'm seeing. So we have the non-chasers there. Benjamin Miles in the 62. How about him? Even though he's already made the chase, but give credit where it's due. Did start the race out. Got a lucky break with that caution. Now he's in the main pack, and he's hoping for Sam Oskin, his teammate, to kind of work his way up, but he's nowhere near the 62 car at all. Now Alex Drayton ducking underneath for second place on Jesse Turner. Can't seem to get the momentum there. Bishop going to work with the 78. And nothing. Bishop Family Racing right now within the top 6. So they're showing a really good effort right now here at Talladega. Oh, and car down pit road. Was that Dylan Thoreau? That was. Unscheduled stop for the 4 car. It is a fuel leak issue. Tough break for the National Guard Chevrolet. And now 4 wide starting to form in the rear of the pack here at Talladega. And some of these guys you see, they're weaving and wobbing, trying to figure out where they want to be. As at the line this time by, we'll be past the halfway point. Only 1 caution so far taking play early on in the race. Involved quite a few drivers. No retirees, but Jack Halleck, as of right now, the only car 1 lap down. In the meantime, they are catching up to the 97 car, as Dylan Thoreau is still on pit road. Who is also now 1 lap down. Now Jack Halleck, you can make 2 laps down. Oh, they're trying to split the 97, and Ellison was at the right place, right time. Bishop will get by, and the 97 is going to cause a major jam up here. Now those guys that lost the pack earlier are kind of hoping for that 97 to hold up more. Like Brett Pritchard and Joshua Osborne, they're the 2 that need it the most. You see, Halleck is holding up the middle line. As right now, Halleck's goal is probably work with Brian James at least to get up there. And James on that high line, just trying to follow Keith Batson, the 39 there. And Halleck knows once that 94 is clear, you don't have to worry about team orders anymore. They just got to get out of the way. Oh man, Ace Wild and Jesse Turner have completely lost all opportunity to be up there as Cody Lamas is coming off pit road. What happened to the 48? He's got engine damage. Oh, he just recently must have blown up. Who was running in the 13th position. Oh, man, tough blow for Cody Lamas. And some of these guys are dropping like flies. And wow, right where Keith Batson's at. Look at the big gap between the 39 and the 11. That's 19th on to 20th, I believe. Or no, 16th to 17th, rather. In case you're wondering, that's at least a 3-second gap. Holy Toledo. All right, now these drivers that are up here are good prime real estate. Those drivers would be James Ellis and Jeffrey Finguy. They're the top two right now, the non-chasers. Martinez being the meat and the sandwich between second and third, where Clint Spillman is. And then you got Jessica Shelton, who's been struggling. Adam Garcia, who's also been struggling. Carlene Pit Road, Cody Lamas out and away. And now he will be one lap down. Tough blow for the 48 team. Add them to the list of drivers not being able to make it in, but hopefully a quick caution can come out for the 48, not once but twice. And they can make quick work there. Osborne struggled to get around the lap car there of Jack Halleck. Commons and Pritchard also the same. James Qualls, also the big huge loser out of all that one. He has completely lost the pack. He's even lost pack 2 there. So that 70 car is going to have to rely on a miracle of some sort in order to battle for his second ever championship in the series. Let alone anyone here in these packs need to rely on a caution. How about some other names that are here? Zachary Fitzwater in the 5. Last chance to try to go for a second cup title, as he'll be going to Xfinity next season. Evans Gardner going to be down to a 2-car team with Allison Rain and Rob Evans. There's Amanda in the 65. Getting that seat ready for Rob very, very soon. RJ Bishop. Jeffrey Finguy. There's Fisher and Pote in the background right there, barely hanging on. Alex Drayton, Clint Spillman, Jessica Shelton, James Ellison, and Garcia. Cole Deaver, the 3, also is here too. Thoreau's still on pit road, and basically you could say that 4-car is just idle at that point in time. And 4 wide in the front of the pack, 2 rows deep. If you're pack 2, you better be praying for that yellow. They are about 3 rows in 4 wide territory. And now they settled it out. Wow. They're testing the waters there, and I have no idea why they're doing that, but that's a bold attempt there. And you know, for pack 2, you have to remember the old-fashioned saying, you know, you can avoid the you can hope for the caution, but you got to avoid the accident too. That's what matters the most. The difference between pack 1 and pack 2 is 6 seconds. 4 wide in the front. That's RJ Bishop being in that area. Last thing these drivers in the front need is that yellow flag to come out. But it's like they say, anything is possible these days. Expect the unexpected. You know, Dylan Pote also, don't forget too, he's just a sitting duck there in that 31. He's getting reeled in by pack 2. And you got James Qualls that got reeled in by Brett Pritchard and Sky Commons. They're probably the 3 safest drivers as long as none of these guys run into any accident there. Tell you what, though, James Ellison has had one of the strongest cars today in that Stouffer Chevrolet. He knows he got robbed of making the chase, so he's making up for it today here at Talladega. They will be approaching Cody Lamas at some point in time. But you have to give credit where it's due. When that first caution came out, there were 9 drivers that stayed out, and those 9 that stayed out did not come down pit road at all. I'm actually very surprised that that's happened. Pote has been reeled in by pack 2. And you got to wonder, what's it going to take for that yellow flag to come out if you're the driver that are all around this pack right here? Yeah, Osborne definitely is the biggest sitting duck right there. He's in the SOL situation. So we're going to try to get our frames back together here at Talladega. Ellison out in front. We'll be back after a very quick commercial break. We have just gotten word a caution came out. And we'll take a look very shortly, but I saw the yellow lights come out right before Cody Lamas got put a lap down. That was scary. And Cody's probably hitting the panic button because he knows those leaders were coming in hot. And wow. Not sure what the caution came out for. Yeah, I'm not too sure there. We've also found out that Nicky Martinez in the 23 is having a small issue there. We'll take a look shortly as, oh, these guys better be careful here. Very wise by these drivers. Some of these guys that jetted out there, very smart. So that way they don't want to get run into and have a chance to battle for this championship here. Say Nicky Martinez has an issue in the car. Where's the 23 at? Oh, she's out of the race. Engine issues. Doesn't matter for her. She made the chase, but wow. Must have caused some oil going out there on the track, but what a tough blow that is altogether. Ellison out in front. Right now, the top two would be Ellison and Evans, I believe, right now. So caution's out. We'll take it back to the green. So pace car's giving us 1 lap to go. Only one driver's out of the race. That is Nicky Martinez. Dylan Thoreau is still sitting on pit road, but you could basically say he's out of the race. And Jack Halleck is 2 laps down. Cody Lamas 1 lap down. So their chances are over, as well as the guys that are damaged from the first caution. So basically a phantom caution came out for the second one, but I'm guessing it's assumed for Nicky Martinez, but I don't know, though. That's kind of weird to say the least. But I saw the yellow lights come on, and that's a tough break altogether. Top 10 rundown. James Ellison right now at the top position. Second is Amanda Evans. So the top 2 of the non-chasers out in front. Alex Drayton in third. RJ Bishop fourth. Allison Rain fifth. Zachary Fitzwater sixth. Ramey Fisher seventh. Scott Roush eighth. Ninth. Clint Spill in the top 10. Adam Garcia. James Ellison, he's had one of the most dominant cars today. And when we go back to green, it'll be 9 laps to go here at Talladega. Will he hold on and win? We're going to find out very shortly. Green flag, we're back underway here at Talladega. Ellison leads him down and a great start by the 0-3. Evans did not get going. She got caught napping. Oh, and Drayton. Wow. He went aggressive on that one and literally pushed his front end through. And oh, Evans. Evans with an issue. Oh, she almost got turned. Man, cars are dropping like flies out here. And I have no idea how Evans did not get turned. Oh, my word. That could have been way worse than expected. In the meantime, though, we stay green. A big gap where the leaders are. The top 2, let alone top 3. RJ Bishop in 4th, and then the rest of the pack, they're going to reel in these single cars, but no draft. Very, very, very frequently. They're 4 wide for 5th about, but they settle it back out to 3. Tell you what, Ellison has been in some of the best position I've ever seen in any LCQ race, man. He has been so impressive. He knows. He wants to make it in. But as the laps tick down, these drivers are going to get uberly aggressive, and anything's possible these days. I believe if the caution comes out on lap 34, the race will end under yellow. Anything between now and then will have a chance at a restart. Fitzwater would be the first one out as of right now. Bishop getting some help from Scott Roush and Benjamin Miles. I'll give credit to the 62, man. If this was a points-paying race, that 62 would be the MVP of this race, man. He has come from tooth and nail from the very beginning, having issues, and now he's showing up here in the front of the field. And now Bishop looking for third on Zachary Fitzwater. Car scraping the wall as Evans is on pit road. Everyone's all good for the time being. Top two still together. Bishop at third. Now he is considered as the first one out. Then he got chasers behind the two. Behind RJ Bishop, two of them rather, are Benjamin Miles and Scott Roush. Zachary Fitzwater, Jeffrey Finguy. Just behind the chasers. Bishop, will he make a move on Drayton? He's looking, he's looking. Here he goes. Here comes Bishop for second. And I think right now, if this caution comes out, right now, the race will end under yellow, and we will not go back green flag racing. So this is where all bets are off. This is your go time moment. Bishop, I already know what he wants to do. He wants to go out to the front. He wants to be in that safe and secure number one spot. But he had to watch out for Scott Roush in the 60. Tell you what, man, they just cannot get around these chasers. And that's what's the benefit of these LCQ races, man. It's so unpredictable. Roush now looking for second. Right now, Bishop would still be in that second position. But he'd have to watch out for Jeffrey Finguy in the 92. 5 to go. Ellison looking really good. Now Finguy's looking for that second position, following Scott Roush in the 60. This is Ellison's time to lose, man. I'm telling you, he has been so good. Tell you what, though, Jeffrey Finguy, Raymond Fisher, Kyle Matthews, they're literally working together in a freight train, trying to hunt down the top position. And Finguy now's got second. He's the second of the non-chasers. Scott Roush looking to go for the top position. Right now, Ellison, he has just been so good, man. But if Roush bails him, man, oh, man, that 0-3 is not going to be happy. And now Finguy goes up the course. Here comes Fisher. Here comes Matthews. Fitzwater starting to work his way up. How about Salmon Oskin, the 63? Where's he been all race? Oh, man, Roush is literally all within the back bumper. That 0-3, pushing that Stouffer Chevrolet. 3 to go at the line. Fisher right now in that pivotal second position. If he moves that 60 out of the way, man, oh boy. I think that's what Fisher wants to do. He wants to move Roush out of the way there. And that's what's going to happen. But I'll tell you what, everything else, man, from here on out to free falls, they're 4 wide for position. As Finguy lightly bounced off the wall there, going to keep it together. 3 to go. Ramian Fisher, Kyle Matthews, Zachary Fitzwater, all right within one another for that second and final position. Finguy, man, is falling back a little bit there as they're 3 wide for second. Fisher on the high line, Fitzwater down low, 3 wide. Oskin in the 63. Starting to make his presence known, but don't count out Jessica Shelton, the 0-2. This is where it's going to get really good, guys. 2 laps to go here at Talladega. Shelton would like to join her teammate Ellison up in the front. Getting that second position as here it goes. 3 wide for second. Now remember, if Moore and Meyer and Batson move up Shelton to 0-2, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen here, folks. Because the next car in the inside line that hasn't made the chase yet would be Levi McIntyre in the 99, and that's what's going to happen. 3, 4 wide all around the course. Shelton's probably praying for that caution to come out because McIntyre's on the inside line. That car's flying. Oh, a little wash up right there. They're going to settle that for now, but white flag is coming at the line. 3 wide are chasers for second. Final lap for James Ellison in the 0-3. 1 lap to go. Ellison's got to go 4 wide for second. 4 wide. Here comes Yepes and Bishop with Andres Baranowskis trying to get that second and final position. Yepes pushes Baranowskis up the course, making contact with Keith Batson. Oh, man, they got to be careful here. Oh, and they settle it out. Yepes, go for that second position. And Yepes, he knows Bishop's right behind him. Or that's for third, rather. McIntyre's got that second position. It's all safe to say that's what's going to happen. James Ellison has made his statement. He's going to make it in. Levi McIntyre, the same will go to him. Both of them will make the chase. Unbelievable. As I think a car just blew up there. I'm not entirely too sure. Oh, train went down pit road. That's exactly what happened. And McIntyre, I think, now just had an issue. He did. Wow, he got lucky. I think he was one of those drivers that stayed out all that time, and he ran out of gas just after he crossed the line. Wow, he got lucky. And we're getting word, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Unbelievable. James Ellison has made his statement. He's back in the chase yet again. He'll join Levi McIntyre. And here's your full finishing results. And yeah, I just want to confirm, McIntyre did not make it in. Ellison was 11th in the points. Where was the 99 out of McIntyre? He was 30th in the points with a win. So that was huge for the 99 team. That extra 5 points there from that one win are going to help him out for sure. So the only drivers with 0 wins that are going to probably have to make a statement there will be Quentin Moore, Amanda Evans, Brian James, hard to believe he didn't get a win all this season, Seth Cole, Nicky Martinez, James Ellison. Those are the drivers with no wins that are going to start off with 5,000 points. And everyone else will have at least 5,005, or if you're in the case of Sky Commons, 5,020. Thank you guys for watching on the Chase LCQ. We'll see you guys later for Chase race number 1. Until then, this is DeYoung signing off. Until then, we'll see you guys until the next race. Until then, goodbye, everybody.